acknowledge and slowly, softly, without criticizing yourself, cut them and come back to the breath. When you are with the breath, your mind becomes empty. You are entering into thought-free state. When your mind becomes empty, you receive huge amount of cosmic energy from this cosmos. Be with the incoming breath and be with the outgoing breath. Be relaxed. Be comfortable. Surrender yourself to the breath. Become one with the breath. Let the thoughts come and go. Your entire attention to be on the breath. The breath happening on its own without any effort. Whenever you are ready, gently, slowly, there's no hurry. Bring your awareness to the body consciousness. Feel your entire body now. Whenever you are ready, gently release your hands. place them on your eyes gently for 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly, with a beautiful smile on your face, slowly open your eyes. With a sense of gratitude to the meditation. A very good morning, friends. I hope all of you have enjoyed the morning meditation. Pyramid Meditation Foundation UK welcomes you all again for this Wisdom Sunday session with one other master. And this week, we have a very special guest, Parinita Patri ma'am, a master who needs no introduction. Most of us know Parinita ma'am for her work in the field of spiritual science. Not only teaching meditation, promoting vegetarianism, but also one level above. Parinita ma'am creating awareness on plant-based food, and also she is the founder of SWAG, Save Water and Go Green. She's been creating awareness on this. And also let's be grateful for our master Sri Lakshmi ji for arranging this class this week. And so let us welcome Parinita ma'am, founder of SWAG and also co-founder of Svadhyaya Yoga. We are very grateful for you, ma'am, for coming again to UK. You have taken wonderful sessions 2 years ago when Sri Lakshmi ji has arranged on 12 petals of heart. That was a wonderful session. And this time again, after 2 years, you are coming to UK. In between, you have taken a couple of sessions. But thank you so much. And stage is all yours, ma'am, now.
Thank you so much, dear. And I'm really grateful for giving this opportunity to be with you. Yes, it's been a long time since I've come to the UK sessions, and really grateful for you for having me here. So, my dear friends and my dear masters and my dear gods, as Patriji always addresses everyone. So, because each and everyone is a god here, and I thoroughly believe that, I truly believe that we are all gods. Being in a godly stage, being in the divine stage, and it is not new of me for whatever I'm speaking to you. It is not new for you. You already know all of these things. See, whatever we are learning right now, we are actually relearning everything. We are remembering everything that we already know as a soul. But since we have come onto this earth as a human being, we need to remind ourselves a lot of things. We need to remember a lot of things that we need to know, but that we need to do, what we need to speak. So, my dear friends, this is something which you already know. So, it's nothing new that I'm doing. But nevertheless, I would like to share what I have been doing and what my vision or mission or goal is for the future. So, my dear friends, today's topic is connecting with nature. So, I would like to talk about nature in terms of inner nature and outer nature. So, we need to connect with each other in the outer nature, and we need to connect with ourselves with our inner nature. So, how do we connect with ourselves in our inner nature is, we already know the answer. And no prizes for guessing on this. So this is meditation which we have already been doing, and we will be doing in the future as well. So meditation is a way to connect with ourselves, to really connect with our inner nature. And what do I mean by inner nature? There are so many things in the inner that we can talk about. What exactly do I mean by inner nature? When I say connect to your inner nature, I mean that you need to connect your heart. So my dear friends, today let's talk about heart-centeredness, because that is how we really connect to our inner nature. So let us talk about our heart and how it is so important to be connected to our hearts. Firstly, let us understand what exactly is a heart. In your perspective, I mean, you have your own definitions, your own perspectives, or your own viewpoints as to what a heart is. So my friends, the heart is the center of motive within our being, and which is the inclusive quality of our real self. It is our pure consciousness. That is where your consciousness lives. And that is the link between us and the cosmos. And where does compassion live? Where does love live? Where does gratitude, generosity, and all these live? It's in our hearts. So we need to get connected to our hearts. If we need to get connected to our inner nature, if we need to get connected to ourselves and understand ourselves and realize ourselves and what is our purpose of life. That is the blue flame of the heart, my dear friends. We need to firstly open our hearts and then cleanse our heart and then purify our heart and then set your heart on fire. That is what we need to do in order to connect with our inner nature. And the term heart, it refers to motives. And what are the motives? Real motives originate from the heart. 90% of the decisions are made in the heart, and the mind is just a laborer. It works and formulates, but the final decision comes from the heart. We all talk about so much about mind, thoughts. Where do these thoughts from? We have so many questions, logics and reasonings and intellect and intelligence. Oh my God. But then all these things will be useful, will be productive, and will be beneficial to the entire humankind, Mother Earth, and the animals when it follows the heart. So that is the power of the heart. The more you purify your heart, the more powerful you are, the more strong you are, because the strength lies in your heart, my dear friends. And it is the balance of the heart and the mind that will lead humanity to a golden age. So that is how important the heart is. And for example, if you can say, I'll give you just an example, a very sweet example. Okay, there are two people. Both of them meditate. Both of them are very great masters, have achieved a lot. They have really, attained third eye, astral travel, kundalini, everything. Name it, they have it, both of them. One person has not purified their heart, and one person has purified their heart. What do I mean when I say purifying their heart? When I say purifying your heart, it means that you replace ego, fear, vanities, revenges, and greeds and separatism, everything, and you replace it with love, compassion, inclusiveness, gratitude, everything. So when you do that, you actually purify your heart. So that is when you purify your heart. And these two people, one person hasn't purified their heart and one person has purified their heart. So how will they use their powers or whatever their gifts are for humanity or for themselves? You can immediately think of Rama and Ravana. Both are great meditators, both are great masters, but how did they use their powers? What did they use their powers for? So that is the difference between a person who has purified their heart and who has not purified their heart. You might achieve third eye, you might achieve everything that you have ever desired for by doing meditation. But after coming out of meditation, we need to work on our hearts. So we need to balance this. See, for example, if I I have full of ego, full of greed, then what will I use my powers for? But if I am full of love and compassion, what will I use my powers for? Or what will I use my gifts for? So that is the difference. And that is where we all need to work on together, my dear friends. That is why we need to get connected to our nature. That is why we need to get connected to our hearts and purify our hearts and set the hearts on fire. That is when we all will be truly useful and productive to the entire humanity. When we say Loka Kalyanam, we can't do Loka Kalyanam with full of ego. We can't do Loka Kalyanam with greed. We can't do Loka Kalyanam with revenge and hatreds and jealousies in our system. We can do Loka Kalyanam only when we have love and compassion and generosity and inclusiveness and togetherness in our hearts. That is why heart is very important. And heart culture, my dear friends, we need to develop this heart culture within ourselves and among ourselves. This heart culture is the most urgent and the most essential element for now and the coming generations if we want them to survive on this planet. Mind is just a tool. It makes a blueprint of the direction. The heart gives a direction and the mind draws a blueprint of where to go, how to go. For example, if I have to say, okay, my heart says, Parinita, go to Pyramid Valley in Bangalore. Okay, so that is what I need to do. Now, will I go by walk? Will I go by bus, plane, rickshaw, auto, train, bus? I don't know. That will have to be figured out by mind. So that is what is the job of the mind. To follow where the heart gives the direction. So then why do we need a pure heart? Why? Why do I have to purify my heart? Because if you do not have a pure heart, you will never have joy, light, love, and energy. And when you do something against your heart, you lose your joy, love, and enthusiasm. When was the last time you did something against your heart? How did it feel? Did you feel regret, remorse, guilt? I don't know. When was the last time that you really actually did which was against your heart? And my dear friends, let me remind you that following your heart doesn't necessarily mean that you do what you like. Because likes and dislikes belong to the emotional body and not to the heart. Likes and dislikes belong to the personality, not to the soul. So doing something that you like does not mean that you are following your heart. See, some things are said by the heart which are right, but you may not like it. You may not like it. Okay, I want to go to Pyramid Valley, but I don't like it. I have to go to Pyramid Valley, but I don't like it. But that is the right thing to do. Some things you may like, but that is not the right thing to do. So, likes and dislikes are different from what you need to do. What you need to do, you may like or dislike, but likes and dislikes, my dear friends, I'm telling you, they all belong to the emotional body, which is like this, which is not steady water. When it becomes still water, emotional body belongs to the heart. So, my dear friends, do not go with your likes and dislikes. Go with what is the right thing to do. And that right thing to do will be told by your heart. And the pure heart increases the light of your mind. And anytime your heart is pure, you have a fearless attitude toward life. And something in a pure heart makes you stand and continue. So, along with this purification, we need to cultivate some elements in our hearts. So, I'm talking about our inner nature, my dear friends. We need to get connected to our inner nature first. So, you cannot expand your consciousness, you cannot take an initiation if you do not purify your hearts. You cannot get connected to the higher worlds if you do not get a pure heart, my dear friends. Because Jesus said, you can enter the kingdom of God only when you become a child. What do you mean by becoming a child? Is it like becoming childlike or childish? No. As pure as a child is. I may meditate and sit here and I want to go to the higher worlds, but if I'm full of trash, will I be allowed there? Will I be allowed there? I don't know. You have to tell me. If I'm full of trash, garbage, everything that is inside me, and I want to travel to the higher worlds, will the gate be closed for me or will the gates be open to me? You need to answer. So that is where everything, you can answer yourself. That will the gates be open to me or closed to me? You need to answer yourself because you know everything about yourself. No one knows better more than you do about yourself. My dear friends, there are 10 methods to purify your heart. First thing is to overcome selfishness. Second one is to clean your vanities. And what do I mean by vanity? Vanity means, for example, if I am something inside and I'm showing something outside, that is called as vanity. We need to clean our vanities. We need to show ourselves exactly as we are. If I'm not compassionate, showing myself as a pious saint and everything, that is vanity. You create an image of yourself which is a false image, and you have to live by it throughout your life. Just imagine the kind of suffering that you have to go through. Do not create an image which you are not. So, my dear friends, first one is overcome selfishness. Second one is clean your vanities. Third one is to check your motives, intentions. What do you want to do? Why do you want to talk to that person? Why do you want to speak this? Why do you want to think that? What are you feeling right now? So check your motives. And then fourth one is to develop the spirit of worship, aspiration, devotion, admiration, and a life dedicated to higher ideas. When was the last time you admired someone for doing something? Admiration comes from the soul, comes from the heart. If you're not admiring anyone, that means we're full of ego inside. We do not admire anyone but ourselves. And then we need to renounce our ego, fifth one. We really need to renounce our ego. And the sixth one is to, when we say, do not obsess or possess people. The best example that I can give you here is non-interference. We should never obsess and possess people. No control dramas over here. And then do not try to control the lives of others. To think about it, we actually do not have control. Control is an illusion. Nobody can control anything. And next one is do not speak evil. Do not speak ill of others. We need to cultivate a habit of brotherhood and sisterhood within each other. For example, somebody comes and speaks to me about Ravi. Oh my God, Ravi is like this, Ravi is like that. You are my brother, Ravi is also my brother. So let's be brothers. Let's be sisters. So we need to cultivate this kind of a habit. When we do this, we will never be separatistic. We will all be inclusive. Please evade gossiping. Please evade slander and malice. Do not ever entertain yourself getting into a situation of gossiping or slandering. Let's admire each other. I admire all of you for coming here to be participating over here and doing meditation for the better you and better humanity. I really appreciate and admire each and every one of you, my dear friends. And the next one is to try to see beauty in everyone and in everything. When we see a tree or when we see a flower, do we find faults? Do we see that, oh, this flower is imperfect. It has to have these dots. It has to have this color. No. Do we judge a flower or a tree? Oh my God, this tree is crooked. This tree should be bent over here like this, not like that. This tree should have so many leaves, not so less. Do we judge a tree or a flower like that? A tree or a flower is never imperfect. They are all perfect. And so is a human being. So is an animal. However a tree is, we go and hug a tree. However a flower is, we go and cherish the fragrance of the flower. Why don't we see the same thing in a human being? Why can't we? There may be 99 things that you don't like in a human being. There must be one thing, one small thing, minute thing that, is really good in a person. We need to stop condemning each other and start building each other, start uplifting each other. Because everyone here is meant to bloom, everyone here is meant to become a flower. And only when you become a flower, the bees will come. And they will take the nectar out of you and spread the joy. Become a flower, become a tree where nectar comes out of you. Now you need to judge for yourself what is coming out of you. What exactly is coming out of you. And we need to remove fear, anger, hatred, jealousy, greed, slander, separatism, revenge, and crime from our systems and replace it with what? First one is compassion. Compassion, compassion, compassion. For example, what do I mean by compassion? For example, if I say that I and Ravi are fighting a lot, like we're really fighting. So another person comes and says, I will resolve your issues. But that person should not benefit only me or Ravi. That person should benefit me and Ravi together. That is called as compassion. It is called sidelessness. Compassion is called sidelessness, unbiased, support and love. So that is the meaning of compassion as far as I'm concerned, my dear friends. And the second one is humility. We need to be humble. We really need to be humble. We should stop boasting about our own achievements and everything. Have you ever seen Patriji doing that? Never. He never boasts. Oh, you know what? I have taught meditation to millions of people. No, he never says that. Oh, I have turned so many people into vegetarians. I have a third. I know he never, ever, ever, ever talks about himself. That is the sign of humility. He never says that. Then why are the rest of we doing that? We are doing this for ourselves. We are doing this for the entire humanity. So let's be as humble as possible that we can get to. Let's be as grounded as possible. And the next one is service. When I say service, I would like to ask you a question. What exactly are you serving? Who are you serving? What are you serving? Are you serving the personality of the person? Are you serving the ego of the person? Are you serving the desires of the person? Are you serving what? What are you serving? Who are you serving? We need to serve each and every soul of a person. We need to serve the souls, not the personalities. And when you can define your definition, when you can define your terms of service, then you will have clarity as to what you need to do. There's no clarity in definitions of any of the words that we really term. Service is towards the soul. We often generally, when we do service, we tend to please somebody or try to impress someone. There's no need to do that. We need to serve the soul search of each and every human being, my dear friends. We need to serve animals. We need to serve the Mother Earth. So that is the meaning of service, my dear friends. And then we need to have patience and tolerance towards each other. I'll give an example. This is Earth, if I have to say. This is Mother Earth. You are staying here. And as long as you're staying here, you're attached to the problems and everything. You're impatient with everyone. You get irritated really fast. You have personality issues, ego issues, everything you have. The moment you step away a little bit from the earth, how do you feel? Then a little bit further away, how do you feel? Do you understand everyone? Do you understand everyone has a karmic thing, design, everything? Do you understand that? And when you go further away, do you understand the earth's plan? You understand humanity's plan. You understand where human beings stand. What, each and every human being has, and each has different levels of emotional, physical, mental, spiritual understandings and maturity. And even further away, you are enlightened. And then when you come closer and closer and closer and closer and closer to the Mother Earth, to the humanity, you will be full of patience and tolerance. Because now you understand, now you know that each and every person has a timing, has a plan, has karma, has a level of maturity on each and every level, each and every plane. So now you are more patient and tolerant with yourself and with others. And that is an attribute of the heart. You wait. I taught him meditation. Why isn't he doing meditation? When did you come into meditation? Oh, I came into meditation 1 year back. Why didn't you come into meditation 2 years back? Because I was not ready. Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. When the student is ready, the teacher will appear. No matter how much you tell, you cannot make a horse to drink water. And we all know that, but still we are persistent. That is the thing, acquiring knowledge, hoarding knowledge and applying it to ourselves. That is the difference. We know the example, we know the story of the horse, but when we do not apply to our life, this is what happens. We need to apply to our life. Only when we apply to our life, then only it will transform us. Otherwise, it's just books which are stored in our almirah. That's it. And then we have to do labor. What are we working for? Why am I doing this? Why am I working so hard day and night? What is the purpose? You need to define your labor. Labor is striving to achieve something, striving to do something, striving to become something. Can you please define for yourself, not to me? I don't want you to define to me. I want all you people to do this for yourself. Just put it on a piece of paper. Take a pen and a paper and write down, what am I striving for? How do I see my future soul as? When you go for an interview, they'll say, how do you see yourself? Where do you see yourself in the next coming 5 years? Oh, I want to become the AVP or the VP of this company. Now, I would like to ask you, how would you see your future soul as? Where would you see yourself? That will only happen when you cultivate your heart. Then we need to have group love, my dear friends. We need to have group love. This group, I love this group unconditionally. And if you need to have group love, you need to have group consciousness. When you want to have group consciousness, you need to have selflessness. You need to have harmlessness. You need to have the right speech, a sense of responsibility, and an intuitive perception of the needs of the people in your group. Whether it be physical, emotional, mental, spiritual needs, we need to cater to each other's needs. We need to have a sense of responsibility for each other, to elevate the group, to uplift the group, and not to gossip about each other, slander about each other, backbiting about each other, pulling down each other. If we do that in a group, there's no group consciousness, there's no consciousness at all. And then we need to be harmless towards each other. Very, very harmless. In all the levels, physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual levels. And we need to be selfless. For example, when we enter into a temple, we leave our footwear outside the temple. Why do we do that? Because so that we do not carry all the dirt and impurities and the germs and everything into a pure place. In the same way, when we enter into a group, leave your ego, personal interest, personal agenda, your greed, your vanities, your revenges, everything outside and enter into a group. Leave your garbage outside and enter into the group. Then and then only a group can become beautiful, flourishing, full of love and consciousness. The group is alive, burning. You know why? Because stars don't shine, they burn. They burn. So do you want to shine or do you want to burn? Is what is the question. Then we need to have empathy. We feel so bad for ourselves. We have so much loads on self-pity. Oh my God, I have gone through so much of, so much of suffering, so much of pain. I pity myself. When we cross that path of self-pity, pity, and sympathy, and when we come to empathy, that is when we purify our hearts. Empathy for ourselves and empathy for each other. Especially empathy for animals. And then we come to sacrifice. When I say sacrifice, you immediately maybe think of, something that, God, if you do this thing for me, I will sacrifice one thing that I like. No, that is not sacrifice. I am sorry to tell you. Sacrifice is something that you do which is a hindrance to your soul evolution. Whatever is hindering your soul evolution, you sacrifice that. And that is a true sacrifice. For example, if my soul is not evolving because of how egoistic I am, I renounce my ego. That is sacrifice. For example, if I have to get up in the morning and go for a walk, I have to sacrifice my laziness. Then if I realize that, oh my God, my speech is creating so many problems across everywhere that I go, silence. Blabbering, you need to sacrifice your blabbering. That is your soul evolution. That is what real sacrifice is. And the last thing, my dear friends, which I want to tell within your, to connect with your inner nature is gratitude. We need to be grateful for each and everything that we have in our life, each and every person that is there in our life. Thank you that I have food on my plate. Thank you that I have shelter on my head. Thank you that I'm healthy. Thank you that I'm able to express myself. Thank you that I have freedom to do what I want to do. Thank you that I have people who love me. Thank you for, blessing me with good health, wealth, education, and everything. So that is what everything is about inner nature, my dear friends. So when we come to the outer nature, so this is my favorite part. So when we think of connecting to the outer nature, I have founded a thing called as SWAG, my dear friends, Save Water and Go Green. So that was set up in November 2020, and since then we have been working on three things. We have three objectives to cater to. First one is to save water. We should never ever waste our natural resources. We talk about abundance. There are so many people who are talking about abundance, and one question came to me saying that, oh, we are all talking about abundance, then why are you talking about saving something? So I would like to give an example or a question again directed back at you, saying that, okay, if I am getting 30,000 rupees salary per month, okay, I got my salary today, I am abundant, I can do anything with this. So what I do is I go spend all the 30,000 rupees on a lavish dinner or a vacation in 2 days time. Now what will I do for the next 28 days? Beg, borrow, steal? So that is what I'm saying. Just because we have abundance of everything doesn't mean that we waste everything. Patriji said, wasting is poverty. So we should never waste the things that we already have as gifts. We should never take anything for granted. Yes, we are all blessed with abundance. We are all, we all focus on abundance. Yes, but that doesn't give us a right to waste anything, a single drop of water. No wastage. That is why I say save water. And then the second thing is to adopt plant-based food, my dear friends. When I say plant-based food, I'm sure everyone knows what I mean. I ask everyone to take these 5 things out of their plates, cups, and glasses. No meat, no fish, no eggs, no dairy, no honey. These 5 things. And another aspect of plant-based living is to say no to leather, silk, fur, wool, and any animal-tested products. So let us all completely evade ourselves from all these products, the so-called products, which are related to all the animals. Let us now, save all the animals, give freedom to all the animals, just like we do. We want to live freely. We are tying up all the animals and making them do all these things behind our backs, just because we are not aware of it. Educate yourself. Try to understand how your lifestyle is affecting all the animals across the globe. Be conscious of your choices. Be conscious of what you're putting into your mouth. Be conscious of what you're wearing, putting on your body. That is where I come from when I say adopt plant-based living. And the third one is to plant trees. We have been running so many programs for planting trees. So many children, adults, and everyone, even elder people have planted so many trees. Thousands of trees have been planted. And this has to continue till the last breath of our life. We need to get connected to the mother nature. Go trekking, nature trekking, hiking, do barefoot walking, hug the trees, communicate with the trees, meditate in nature. Try to understand what Mother Nature is trying to tell you. Understand her, listen to her heartbeat. What is she saying? Why are there so many earthquakes and catastrophes and cyclones and typhoons and everywhere? Why? So we as earthlings, we as the citizens of Mother Earth, we need to take the responsibility because we need to give back to nature. We have taken so much from nature that it's time for us to give it back to her with lots of love. So as according to that project, we have started this project called Swag Sundays, where each and every person should plant a tree or a seed every Sunday. So I would urge each and every one of you, request each and every one of you to please plant a tree or a seed every Sunday. But if you can plant a tree each and every day also, that is great, even greater. But at least once in a week, if you can do that, we can increase the greenery of this planet. Just imagine if each and every person can do this every Sunday. So this is going to be quantum leap for Mother Earth. And please, urging to leave all the animal products off your plate, cup and glass and body. So that animals live a fear-free life, a freedom life, just the way you want it. Let us bring this ending of animal cruelty, end speciesism. So let us get connected to our inner nature. Let us get connected to our outer nature as well by connecting our heart with Mother Earth's heart and then the cosmic heart. When I say Mother Earth, it's everything: animals, plants, everything, water bodies, oceans, mountains, forests, everything. Everything comes into picture. So my dear friends, thank you so much for giving me this time. And I really hope that, you all support Mother Earth's, thing of, planting trees. We need to increase the greenery of the planet and stop animal cruelty, end animal cruelty totally, completely. So thank you so much, everyone, for giving me this opportunity. I'm open to any questions that you have. If you have any questions, then I would love to answer. Only if I know the answer, I'll answer the question. If I don't know the answer, I'll straight away say, I'm sorry, I do not know. So thank you so much, everyone. And if you have any questions related to plant-based food or anything that you have, please, you can shoot.
Thank you, madam. Such a wonderful session. Mind blown, really, about heart. Yes, friends, let us use the opportunity to ask the questions about heart and also plant-based food. In cold countries due to weather. Yes, there is one question. Hello, Master. In cold countries due to weather, we are using woolen clothing or jackets. How should we go with it?
You always have jackets which are made from cotton. Okay. If you want to continue wearing wool, you can continue wearing wool, but you just have to be ready with the consequences. That's it. As long as you're taking from nature and plants or anything, cotton comes from the plant. So you can take it from there. You can keep yourself warm with cottons. There are many jackets or things which come from cotton or any other fabric as such. But that is up to you. If you want to continue taking wool, you're actually contributing to the violence to the sheep and everything. The shearing process is very, very horrible, very violent. And if you want to go and check on YouTube, you can go and check on YouTube how the sheep are shared. You can go through that. But we all find our excuses to do something which we continue to do or which we like to do, which we're habituated to do. But then again, please be ready to face the consequences. That's all I'm saying.
Very true, ma'am. I've been vegan since last 10 years. I'm in the UK. This is also a cold country. So I'm not using any leather products. I don't use leather belts, leather shoes, nothing of animal products. So we have the options, Shailaja ji, yeah. So in UK, ingredients and whatever included in the material, so everything is clearly mentioned. So there are so many options. even in the high, very popular brands like Superdrug, so they're also, Superdry, Japan brand, there also you have vegan products. Just letting you know, just in case if you are in UK and you are asking about it. Thank you.
Yeah, please do some research and you can find out what kind of products that you can get, which are cruelty free.
So there are a lot of thanks in the messages, but yeah, if anyone has any specific questions, because whenever we talk about plant-based food, our belief, shakens, and we have a lot of questions. You are free to ask.
Because whenever I speak about plant-based food, so many questions come regarding dairy. So I'm surprised that I'm not getting any questions.
Maybe you have included just said dairy, right? So dairy includes milk, anything related to milk, paneer, or So so we have to give up eating anything from dairy, any animal products. So milk comes from animal products, animal, and anything comes from from milk is the dairy products. Yeah.
And what Ravi means is it's not actually giving up things, but you just replace it. You replace it with plant-based products like, for example, I have my coffee with almond milk and oats milk. I love oats milk coffee, man. It's very, very, very delicious. And you can replace with coconut milk, cashew milk, walnut milk, peanut milk, rice milk. You can have so many milks. So many. Your menu will expand rather than decrease when you opt for plant-based food. When many of us think that, oh, my options will become more lesser. No, your options actually will become bigger than you can actually ever imagine. So I myself have been, I have turned into completely plant-based in November 2018. And I can't tell you how good I feel about myself, that I am not contributing to any animals, violence. As far as I can do, I am doing it. So I have that great feeling is there. I want all of you to have that great feeling that you are actually helping yourself as a body, as emotions, as feelings, as thoughts and everything. So, and you can also help animals by doing that. Because when you consume milk, what happens is that the mother who gives the milk is prone to so many emotions, so many traumas, and so many thoughts, turbulent thoughts. When we consume that, we consume all of that. So just think about it, do some research, and get back to me. And the movies that I can recommend you to watch is Cowspiracy, Seaspiracy, and Dominion. You need to watch these movies, especially Cowspiracy and Dominion. These are beautiful movies that you have to watch. Please, please, please go and watch the movies, and let us live a conscious life where we are really conscious of what we are contributing to. See, we should stop doing and start contributing to things. Stop becoming a slave of our habits. Stop becoming a slave of our tongue. This thing controls everything. This one small thing controls everything. Just imagine. It controls our feelings, it controls our emotions, it controls our thoughts, it controls our life. This small thing, just imagine. This tongue decides whether an animal should live or not, whether an animal should suffer or not. This tongue decides. How powerful is it, our tongue is. Even when we are speaking something, your tongue decides everything. The words that come out of our mouth, it decides relationships. It decides interpersonal, relationships. It decides compassion. It decides everything. This tongue. So, my dear friends, thank you so much for having me here. I'm not sure if you have any questions, but I'm happy to listen to your questions, your feedback, your experiences, or what you want to do in your future life, because we all need to plan things. We all do family planning, career planning, financial planning, this planning, that planning. we need to do our soul planning as well. So what you need to do every day, take out a timetable, prioritize yourself, do meditation, work on yourself, strive on yourself, do labor on yourself. That is what you need to do. Whatever you learn, try to apply it in your life. That is what we need to do. Application is very, 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 very important. Oh, you know what? I listened to such a wonderful class today. Okay, what next? How does it transform you? How did it help you? What are you going to do about it? Oh, wonderful class. Very good. Go home and sleep. We need to apply everything that we learn in our life. Doesn't matter what it is. Doesn't matter from whom it is. If something is helping us evolve our soul, we need to apply that in our life. That is all I'm saying. So, my dear friends, please think about it and expand your consciousness. When I say expand your consciousness, see, what is consciousness? Consciousness is, for example, if I am interested only in the welfare of my family, there lies my consciousness. It depends on your interest. What are your interests? If I'm interested in cricket, my consciousness is only within cricket, nothing else. I do not think about anything. I do not see anything. I do not listen to anything. I do not talk about anything. I talk only about cricket. That is my consciousness. So where does your consciousness lie? What is your consciousness? How big is your consciousness? Expanding your consciousness. What do you mean by expanding your consciousness? Is your consciousness only limited to your family? Is your consciousness only limited to your group? Is your consciousness only limited to yourself? I need to look good. I need to, maintain my image. I need to do this. I need to do that. Yes, I am. When you do all that, then you have very limited consciousness. You need to expand your consciousness. Expand. That is what is the meaning of consciousness, my dear friends. You need to expand your aura, expand your consciousness. That is when we will all become useful and productive to the entire humanity, animals, and the Mother Earth. So that's all, my dear friends, for today. Thank you so much. And yes, if anyone wants to speak, you're welcome to do.
One thing I would like to, can you please add on not just direct involvement, but also indirect, offering to someone dairy products. So please add on that as well, ma'am.
Yeah, definitely. Because you know what, when Patriji says that karma is equal to all the persons who kill animals, who cut animals, who sell animals, who buy animals, who cooks animals, who eats animals in the same way. So that is what I'm saying. So I am currently giving milk to my puppy, to my baby. So I'm equally, doing the same thing, same wrong thing. But yeah, that is one thing which I can't stop doing that, because he is an animal. So an animal drinking an animal's milk, I don't know how far it is true, how far it is perfect, but I'm still doing it. I'm not saying that I'm perfect. I'm still on the verge of going there. Everything is what I've learned in one of the sessions is that we need to go through 5 steps all our life. From non-vegetarian to vegetarian, vegetarian to plant-based, plant-based to raw diets to liquid diets, and liquid diets to being a breatharian. And when someone asks me, plants have feelings too, become a breatharian. That's what I can say. So plants do not have a central nervous system. Animals do have a central nervous system. So they feel a lot of agony, pain, suffering, and lots of intense pain. And that intense pain is being caused to all the cows and the buffaloes and the calves, which are currently being so abused, so ill-treated, so disrespectful. I can't imagine. You just have to go to YouTube and say dairy industry. That's it. You can just watch so many live videos that you can see. And the moment I saw one of the videos in November 2018, why did I become plant-based, totally plant-based? I watched one of the videos and I cried continuously for 2 hours. I literally cried. I was like, oh my God, is this what I'm contributing to? Then I didn't even try to do that. I didn't even take it slow. I just dropped it. So I'm not saying that you should also do that, but I'm just sharing my experience with you. So just think about everything. You take your own decision. I'm just an informer. I'm just informing things to you. The decision lies up to you. Whatever you want to do, it's up to you. It's your life, your decision, your karma, your design, everything. You decide what you want to do. Yeah.
So I would like to share about my journey into veganism. So in 2011, I saw a video called Meet Your Meat. So that's when I stopped eating. I mean, anyway, I was vegetarian then, but I gave up drinking milk and milk products. And I realized we think like drinking milk is okay, but usually the cow's lifetime is like 15 years. Because of the dairy, they send to slaughterhouses within 6 years. And whenever the calf, if it is a male calf, then it is sent to slaughterhouse immediately. It's being killed. So that touched me. And in 2012, I became vegan. I was thinking that vegetarianism is this thing and more compassionate. But then I realized, how dairy is contributing even more violence. Cutting the animal is one thing, and torturing the animal for like 6-7 years, and then finally sending into the slaughterhouse. It is even, I see it is even more violence. So yeah, I just wanted to share that.
Yeah, and one more thing which I also wanted to add is that the cow is impregnated forcefully, and it is kept pregnant for her entire life, as long as she can get pregnant, as long as she can become pregnant. And the moment the baby is born, it is snatched away from her, and she cries and cries and cries while giving the milk. And it's not just physical, it's emotional, it's mental trauma, it's everything. In all name it, they have the trauma. Everything, all the trauma that they go through, it's immense, it's violent, it's abusive, it's mindless. I don't know what you call it, but it's the kind of pain that they go through is really, really bad. I wouldn't expect your mother, your wife, or your sister, or your anyone to stay pregnant for their entire life. Would you like that to happen? How different is a mother from another mother? We because of their species, we think that, oh, they cannot talk, they do not have emotions, they do not have feelings. We decide for ourselves and do whatever we want to do with them. So once the mother is done with being pregnant, they're either dumped in a garbage thing, abandoned somewhere on the roads, or sent to a slaughterhouse. So we can see in India, there are so many cows nowadays, eating plastic out of garbage cans. So, yeah, because other countries do not entertain street dogs or street cows or anything, they are sent to the slaughterhouse. Because we need to have our roads clean, Yeah. Yes, Anu has sent some. Yes. Even the animal testing happens in pharma drug companies. Yes, we need to see everything, study everything, see if it's cruelty free or not. Go to PETA, PETA's website, and find out what are all the cruelty free products, and you follow that. I think that's how we can End this animal cruelty. So many animals are being tested on their eyes, on their skin, on their ears. Oh God. And they're so fearful. And when they open the cage, they know that, yes, now I'm being taken for more suffering, more suffering, more suffering. All I want all of us to do is to please put yourselves in the shoes of an animal. Just think from the animal's perspective. That's all I'm saying. Just imagine yourself as a cow. Just imagine yourself as a rabbit, or imagine yourself as the calf, or the fish, or anything. Just imagine yourself and think from this perspective, feel from that perspective. I'm sure then we'll all be able to understand what an animal goes through. Yeah. So yes, my dear friends, I think that's all for today. Yeah. Yes, Ravi?
Yes. There's one question, ma'am.
Yeah.
I think you need to go.
No, I don't have to go. You can tell me.
Okay. So can I give dairy products to toddlers? Okay. Because of my doctor told give milk products to my kids to go. Okay. So this is
obviously the doctors will tell everything so that you become lifetime customers, don't they? So if you want to follow the doctor, you follow the doctor. I don't have any problem. But let me ask you one question over here. How do the calves or the babies get their calcium from? Where do the cows get their calcium from? Where do all the animals get their calcium from? Where does an ox get his calcium from? Get his proteins from? Get his strength from? Think about it. See, milk has hormones, milk has pus, milk has all the juices that are helpful only to the calf. Then when we are consuming all that and we are also feeding the toddlers, I don't know what to say. And since children only, we should stop, getting them into the habit of dairy products. But if you continue giving the toddlers dairy, I mean, it's up to you. It's your discretion. I'm not a doctor or a scientist or a nutritionist or anything like that. But this is just my opinion. You don't have to follow this. So this is just my opinion. You can do your research. Please do your research and do whatever is good for your baby. That's all I'm saying.
In the UK, we have so many groups. Even if you go on the Facebook, there is called UK Vegan Group. I'm in that group since so many years, and there's so many alternative options there, and they are raising their kids as vegans, plant-based food. So you can do your research, as ma'am said. Yeah, do your all the research before you take any decision. Yeah.
Sri Lakshmi is here.
Hi, Pari.
Hi, Sri.
Yes, thank you for beautiful session. Even just I joined a bit late. Beautiful session, Pari.
I can't see you.
Yeah, thank you so much for your wonderful initiative of swag. And friends, we also have the swag PSSM UK, where Pari she will be sharing all the insights about this veganism and environment. So I'll be sharing this link. So you can join her group so to get more insights about this Save Water and Go Green project. Yes. Thank you, Pari, once again.
Thank you so much. And I definitely need volunteers to work in the UK. I'm not asking you to do anything else, but to work in the UK to motivate more people to become plant-based, to save water, to plant trees, and especially to meditate. So we need more and more volunteers to do that. So please let me know if you're interested, and we'll all work together to bring this concept to the entire world, to do more and more good karma for ourselves and for the humanity. So yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you. So I think good. If anyone has any, I'll wait maybe few seconds. before we close? Anybody raised? Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much, ma'am. It was really wonderful, not just about this plant-based, but you have a very deeper subject on cultivating the heart. That was very, very important. Actually, I believe what you said is rightly said about meditation. We doing meditation, not cultivating the heart. It really helped me, to be honest. I mean, I would like to listen again and again so that, I cultivate my heart even better. Thank you so much once again coming here. We are so grateful and immense gratitude, ma'am.
Thank you so much. And I feel grateful to you also, for giving me this opportunity and to interact with such beautiful people. So thank you so much, and God bless you. And I'll see you next time again. Thank you.
Definitely. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Signing off.